So Aries, your week commencing the 4th of August forecast. By all intents and purposes, Leo season has given you an opportunity to glow up, demonstrate just how talented, playful and fun you are, but also showcase those creative and artistic talents as well. But it may be because of Saturn and Neptune and also Chiron in retrograde, and because Saturn and Neptune have been coasting between your sign and Pisces earlier this year, and in the conjunction in Saturn's case 3 times with Venus, the relationship situations haven't all been running quite as smoothly as you would like. So the move of your ruler this week is really important, because sometimes in life, however much we try to use tact or diplomacy, drop hints, if someone's still not getting the message, particularly with Mercury's retrograde, and you're not feeling very recognised, perhaps not even feeling very respected, Mars moving into the sign of Libra can give you a burning desire to set a boundary. And as you set the boundary, someone may perceive you in a different way to how you perhaps mean it, and so that can create some fog, not least with Neptune in its retrograde. So just be aware that even if you do try to assert yourself, it might not necessarily be appreciated. But that doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't assert yourself, because sometimes in life we do need to speak up. So if you are someone who works in a combative environment, marketing, sales, you like a one-to-one sport such as badminton or tennis, Mars moving for 6 weeks into your 7th house can really give you a lot of get-go, but not necessarily initially. So just be aware that even if you've built up a welter of frustration and perhaps a sense of injustice, Mars moving into the sign of fairness isn't necessarily going to be a panacea. So if you can, just be aware of what your strategy is, what you want to achieve, and then just try to marshal your frustration as much as you can. It may mean the message you deliver is actually that much more effective. And stay in touch with the feeling side of your nature, particularly with Venus in the sign of Cancer, coming into the conjunction, not quite exactly by the end of this week. That's going to be helpful. But I also feel that the full moon, in a way, perhaps if it's a friend that you don't feel has been very attuned to your situation, that full moon will definitely bring that to the surface over the next couple of weeks. But equally, if your long-term plan is not playing out as you need, the sign of Aquarius, where Pluto is, the fact that Mars, your ruler, feeds into that electric connection to Uranus and Pluto in Aquarius, the discussions you have this week, together with that full moon, could see some Aries people decide to change course. Because however much we set our intentions, which we know lunar cycles are very much about, sometimes when we get to what we think we wanted, we've actually shifted, or the circumstances around us have altered, or what we know has changed, we've become more informed, our perspective has altered, and that could happen with this full moon by the end of this week. But with Black Moon Lilith in the mix as well, there's an instinctive part of this energy that you should tune into. If there's something you're desiring that you're not getting at the moment with that long-term plan, or you don't feel that you are showcasing your talents or enjoying life as much as you should, this may be an opportunity to reset and move in a different direction, but one which meets your needs more acutely. And Mars in the 7th house is just telling you, have faith if you do need to tell certain people that you want to do things differently, or perhaps not even with them. However, if there is someone on your celestial horizon that you are really attracted to, Mars into the 7th house could see you over the next 6 weeks, determined to do something about it.